As promised, Tim Hasselbeck with the first thoughts that you've got. And at first glance, you take a look at these teams. There's a bunch of guys that were on the field that run this back, but there's some pretty significant guys that were involved in that last game who aren't. As for who's playing, who's coaching, what jumps off the page?
Well, there's a lot. One, just on that Purdy, seeing that, like, you think about, like, Brady built a legacy after, but for him to win a Super Bowl, that was something. Kurt Warner won a Super Bowl and built a legacy after that. But, like, guys in that position don't typically win Super Bowls, so that, I think, is fascinating. Obviously, the coaching situation. Andy Reid, I think, in Philadelphia was viewed as a guy who couldn't win that big game. Like, Kyle Shanahan, in my estimation, is a guy that is kind of building that reputation a little bit as well. We know he's a good coach, but can he win the big one? And then as for the matchup, like, Kansas City's defense probably isn't going to get as much love as it should. Probably hasn't, all season long. And I think that's a big storyline in this game. There's so many weapons on the Niners offensively. We know Kyle Shanahan typically has a really good plan, but sometimes they just have good players, and that's a problem, right? Chris Jones on paper to block is one thing. The linebackers that Kansas City have, their speed is a pretty good counterattack to Christian McCaffrey. So I think that is the matchup that I'm probably most intrigued about.
I'll hand up here, I'll admit to looking at that Baltimore-Kansas City game, and I kept thinking, well, Kansas City, like, Miami's defense banged up, Buffalo's defense banged up. You're going up against the -- 1 scoring defense in the NFL. Good luck. Well, #2 scoring defense is Kansas City, and as it turned out, Baltimore's offense needed some good luck, and the Chiefs' defense was better. I think you're going to hear a ton of talk about that side of the ball in the next couple of weeks going up against San Francisco and Purdy. Stanford Steve always tells his best athletes on the field are what, Steve?
Tight ends.
There you go. You got KELCE and Kittle. Can't ask for much more when it comes to that position. You feel like that's something that's important in this game?
I think it's huge because it's who really both teams want to get the football to a lot. They're catalysts just because of the energy they bring to the team. They're also catalysts because even when it's not perfect, they get open. You can make the argument, and I know that both guys are getting older, but you can make the argument that it's the two best tight ends in football. There's certainly some young players that now you could make an argument for, but their experience, their ability to win, even when they're not fully open, is special, and I think both will be really important to each quarterback.
All right, so we'll see you after the Super Bowl?
Yeah, let's go. I'll be here.
Here, not you said let's go. Like, let's go, not
no,
here.
you guys are going to go.
No, we're not.
You're not going to go?
No, we'll be here.
Okay.
With you.
Steve's going to go.
Yeah, he'll be there. I got to figure out if I can glom on. Let's do something. Let's do like an auto parts store in Henderson. I'll come with you. Niners open as a 2.5-point favorite, but that number's already moved a full point in Kansas City's direction. Total is held at 47 in the hook. Kansas City even money on the money line. Betting favorite, interestingly, has won the Super Bowl just 50% of the time, dating back to 2005.